Hey up, hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Pit Motoring TV. My name's Eddie, so if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning to watch another one of my videos, thank you for coming back. Today we're going to be having a look at Toyota's offering into the increasingly popular SUV crossover market, and that is the new Toyota CHR. So if this is sort of content that you enjoy and that you like to watch, why not consider subscribing for more new and used car reviews and other car related content, and also turn on the notifications so you know just when we've got another upload. On the outside, Toyota have been quite bold with the styling of the CHR. It's got a really nice stance. It looks quite low slung, chunky lines and sweeping lines down the side. Obviously give it that SUV look, but also with a coupe like sloping roof line. The CHR received a bit of a facelift back in 2019. Got these newly designed headlights, the indicator across the bottom and an LED daytime running light. These are automatic headlights and they are full LED, same with the rear tail lights. But it's just the general design of the front end. I mean, this is the lime pack, so you'll notice accents of lime green around the car, and it's also got the added Protection Plus pack, which offers you the wind deflectors. You've got a protective strip on the top of the bumper for access into the boot, and you've got this bonnet deflector. The CHR though, it offers a lot of versatility, along with its sporty looks. It looks really sporty. It looks a bit more hot hatchy than a family SUV. Now, especially compared to its rivals such as the Seat Ateca, the Peugeot 3008, which is a great looking car. And if you want to check the review out for that, I'll pop a little banner out at the top there and you can check my review of the Peugeot 3008. But also Honda's new HR-V, that's in the mix up with this. So, I mean, yes, with its looks, especially towards the rear, it does cause a few downsides, which is a shame. But when we go inside, I'll go through a few of them with you. Now, one thing I really do like about the CHR, and Toyotas in general, is even across the range, from the base spec right the way to the top, they're all really well kitted out. Across the range from Icon up to the GR Sport in the CHR, they receive Toyota's Sense package, which obviously gives you adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning and assist, collision alert, and it's basically just well kitted out with plenty of tech, obviously to help you keep you safe, and obviously just improves the safety of it, obviously making it a great little family SUV. That really nice design though follows on around the back. The door handles at the top of the rear doors, so I really like that. Got a nice rear spoiler, the way that the boot lips, but it's just like the plastic cladding along the doors and the side step gives it that SUV feel, but the angles and the lines just make it look a little bit sporty. I love the light, but yeah, I mean, it looks good from the back like it does from the front. Unlike some of the Toyota CHR's rivals though, it's really well kitted out right across the range, as I've just gone through with you the different specs and trims. But yeah, it makes it really good and stands out a lot. And another thing with it is you get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard across the range. I just think it's a whole better system all round. I prefer using the Google Maps through Android Auto rather than the inbuilt navigation. Now, with prices starting from just around £27,000 for the base model Icon, and then up to the GR Sport, that'll be in the region of £33,000, which it's priced well. It's price matched with its rivals, and it's a good choice. So while we're here, we'll take a look in the boot and we'll jump inside and see what it's like. So one of the downsides and the flaws of the CHR is its boot. It's only 424 litres. Now, it's not too bad a size. You can still get your pram and other family related paraphernalia, fair few luggage cases in here, but it's just not as practical as some of its rivals, such as the Peugeot 3008, which has a really spacious 520 litres. Now with the protection pack that I mentioned earlier that this has, you also get the mat in the boot floor. There is no adjustable boot floor in the CHR, but you do get quite a lot of underfloor storage, which is really good to see. Just adds that little bit of extra practicality to it. There's only one big difference though, and it depends whether you go for the 1.8 hybrid or the 2 litre hybrid. The 1.8 hybrid has a bigger boot. Why? Don't know. I think it's to do with the batteries and the electric motors. Obviously in the 2 litre it's a little bit bigger and you lose a bit of that boot space. But it's very practical. There's lots of tethering points around. There's 2 at the back in the corners, a couple of little storage cubbies at the sides. But yeah, it's practical enough. If you're going to be using it as an everyday family car, you'll easily be able to fit your pram in there, changing bags, whatever else. So let's jump inside and we'll have a look around in there. Now inside, the CHR is still making that fashionable statement just like the exterior. It's a really nice, modern, fashionable looking dash. I like the gloss black, piano black that's around the centre console. Nice shape to the centre down here. The seats are really nice. They're very, very comfortable. It's a nice material that's used, the leather material. They are heated, which obviously works really well. You've got 3 different settings for the heated seats for driver and passenger. You've got a nice 8-inch infotainment system that obviously sits quite high up the dash, so the visibility of it is really, really good. Lots of shortcut buttons and fiddly dials, which is spot on. I don't like it when you have to control everything through the touchscreen, so it's good that they've got those shortcuts there. Now it is a keyless entry and keyless start, so just turn it on, make sure that's off. But yeah, I mean everything's laid out really well. All your controls for the dual zone air conditioning is up on the dash, easily accessible when you're driving. Obviously nothing's distracting from the road. Turn that off. But they've used really nice materials, like up on the dash here, top of the dash, really nice soft materials. Top of the doors, I love this diamond effect material they've used in the door cards. Obviously storage wise, you get a nice little cubby down here, which has got a 12-volt socket in there. Got a cup holder here and then a cup holder in front of the gear selector down here. You've got a little pocket there, USB charging port for your phone. There's only one though. Normally I see a couple, which is good because sometimes me and the missus need to charge both its phones at the same time, which is a bit of a shame. And glove box is quite a smallish size. I have seen bigger, but I hardly use my glove box, so it's not a big thing. Decent sized door pockets. You do get little pocket big enough for a decent sized bottle. But yeah, it's just everything in here. The steering wheel controls are really nicely laid out, similar to the door pattern. They're in little diamonds, and same with the air vents on these sides. The way that they're angled is like a diamond. It's like a theme that's running throughout. The only big downside I have in here is obviously with the dark headliner, the dark seats and the privacy glass, and the size of the windows in the rear, which we'll take a look at shortly. It's very, very dark in here, a bit glum. But other than that, everything is, like I said, is really laid out nice and well. You've got your little stock down here for your cruise control. A lot of everything is controlled on the steering wheel controls, which feel really nice. They don't feel cheap and tacky. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic that they've used either. It doesn't feel like after a few fair amount of use it's going to break. So let's jump in the back and we'll have a look at the space in there. And unfortunately that is where it lets the CHR down a little bit. So let's jump in there and we'll have a look and then we'll take it out for a drive. So the rear of the CHR is a bit of a downside. The windows are absolutely tiny, and with the privacy glass and the dark headliner, it's quite dark in here. Leg room, this seat's in my normal driving position, and I've just got enough room for my knees and I can just get my feet tucked under the seats. But the seats back here are really comfortable. One thing I do like is there is a nice wide seat in the middle, so it's more for ideal for a grown-up, you're not squished. But for visibility wise, with these big chunky rear pillars and the small windows back here, visibility is reduced quite significantly. But luckily you've got the rear parking sensors, the reverse camera, and obviously on the XL you do get the rear cross traffic alert, but you can also get the tech pack, which obviously on the lower grade models such as the Icon and Design, you will get that rear cross traffic alert with that package. Isofix points in the back, really nice and accessible. They're covered up with these little nifty plastic bits. No charging ports back here though, USB charging ports, so that's not going to be really very good for like the kids when they want to charge their tablets or their phones. There is a bit of storage in the back of the seat, decent little pocket and a cup holder in the door. So I mean that's the big down point to the CHR, I think. Obviously if your kids like to look out the window and things like that, they haven't got a massive view, but one good thing about it is they do go all the way down. So let's take it out for a drive and see what it goes like. Out driving though is where the CHR really shines. It drives really nice. The steering has a really nice weighty feel to it. So obviously in the twisties you get a good amount of feel through the wheel, but also around town it's not so heavy where it's a bit of a struggle. It's still really nice and light. It's nimble and nippy with the 1.8 litre hybrid or even the 2 litre. The 2 litre is a better option to go. It gets a bit better economy, it's more powerful, but yeah, for a 2 litre hybrid it's pretty quick. It has 184 brake horsepower and 140 foot-pound of torque. Does a 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds, which isn't too shabby for a little hybrid, but it's quiet. The suspension soaks up the bumps well, the seats are really comfortable, and obviously it does actually handle really well. It doesn't roll like you think it would for an SUV. It handles more hatchbacky. If that's a word, hatchbacky, I don't know. Have we just created one? I don't know. But I was surprised with the handling, and obviously that nice little kick you get from the electric motor and the power that it has on tap, it just picks up really well and goes. Mileage wise, you can expect really good figures. It's very economical. I mean, compared to some of its diesel rivals, it's better, it's more economical. You get more miles to the gallon. You don't have to worry about charging it, because obviously it is a self-charging hybrid, which is another plus point. I kind of prefer that compared to some of other hybrids and obviously EV vehicles on the market at the moment. But it's really surprised me how it handles and how it drives. It's fun to drive. Who'd have thought a family SUV crossover would be fun to drive? But yeah, it handles well, it goes well. The only downside is the CVT transmission. Obviously, like a lot of them these days, it just makes them really noisy. Obviously you put your foot down a little bit and you just get a whack of engine noise, which is a shame. But I mean, yeah, what do you all think of the Toyota CHR? Let me know in the comments below. So that's it from me. I'm going to take the car back now. Obviously thanks again to Joe down at Vantage Toyota in Scarborough. I'll pop a link to their website in the description below. Obviously go check out some of their offers. They're a really good team down there. Vantage obviously is nationwide as well, so there's not just Scarborough. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe. Turn the notifications on so you know exactly when we have another upload. Now, we're almost at 500 subscribers. I'm hoping by my birthday at the beginning of February, the 4th of February, I can have 500 subscribers, and then I can sort of interact with you all a bit more. I got the obviously the community thing that they have on YouTube, so we can stick statuses up and polls and things like that, and keep you updated with what's going on with the channel. So if that's okay with you, give it a share it with your friends, family, bits and bobs like that, all helps the channel grow. Hoping for a big year this year. Obviously we're just starting out in 2022, so hope you're well, and from me, see thee in the next one.